stereo.
All right, we are recording. All right.
Is this going out anywhere right now, like on your YouTube or something?
I mean, I can put it out there, but no. It's live to only me.
Okay.
Like I said, once I stop.
Oh,
fuck.
No, I don't care. I don't care, man. Now that I know not to talk shit, that's fine.
All right. But once I hit stop recording, it's like a couple hours from now, it will go on whatever my YouTube page this is on. But no one really checks any of it, so no big deal.
Are you serious, Steven?
Yeah, your mic keeps fuzzing out a little bit. There's Mike.
Mine does?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe it's should be good.
Yeah, you're I don't know, something digital. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a cord. I don't know, but you sound fine. It comes in every once in a while. Like when you play with it. Yeah, now it's making a lot of noise.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, now it's making a lot of noise. You hear it, Steve?
Right now?
Not now, but just a second ago it did. And I can't ask Steven because he's fucking fighting with headphones. You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, Mike, talk real quick.
Hey, everybody, this is Mike. Is it messing up?
Hear that? All right, Steven, you hear that or it's just me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, you hear Mike. Mike, talk.
Is it messing up, though, I guess is what he's asking.
It's a little fuzzy. Yeah, it's fuzzy, but I didn't know if it was you or my headphones.
No, it's got to be him because I'm hearing it too.
Because...
Yeah, it's staticky.
Yeah.
Really?
A little bit.
No, we just made that shit up.
Yeah, I want to sit here for another hour to fuck around with sounds.
Well, because I don't even know what to fuck around with anymore.
Oh, shit. Fuck my face.
Let's just go. Let's just go. I'll be a little fuzzy, I guess.
Okay, we'll try it. All right. Douchecast, embodiment evil. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody. Hi, how you doing? My name's Vaughn. We're running this thing again. Technical snafus in the last episode. This time we were trying new recording shit via the internet. So hopefully Mike will survive. Again, it's me and me and your local host, Stephen Thompson, are here. Mike Cadaver decided to finally show up. So
what do you mean I decided to finally show up? I've been ready for half an hour.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it.
You could have fucking fixed your mic before you got on.
Yeah.
No.
Get it out of your ass.
I don't even know how to fix it from here on out. So this is the best it's gonna get. Let's just deal with it.
Okay. This is gonna be
fun. You're like on a faraway AM station.
Well, the wisest people were on those AM stations, so I'm happy to.
Like Rush Limbaugh.
I'd rather have a phase out in Skype every 20 seconds than actually do it. Than Jesus.
Yeah, because that was so much fun for everyone.
Yeah, well, you'll get to hear that show hopefully. Jeff Crazy could not make it to the show because the internet in northern West Canada is fucked up as best. So he sends your sweet regards.
Yeah, it's so cold the internet froze in the lines.
No, it froze in the air. Like the Wi-Fi was going through, you could see like bits falling down. It was awesome. Oh wow.
Fuck.
Yeah. What did he say? -38?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
So fucked up. So tonight, Mike, you picked this film, right? Embodiment of Evil from 2000.
Ass.
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh. I feel like Steven's gonna push the up your ass for the rest of the night. It's gonna get old, folks.
Yeah, old. Like
no, it never gets old.
It's gonna get old, folks. No, I mean it's gonna get old, folks, to listen to our show.
You mean you have old folks up your ass?
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
So 2008 film from the legendary director Jose Mujica Marins.
Who the fuck is texting me?
Not me. Also written by him. It stars him as his alter ego, Coffin Joe. This is the third in a trilogy of films, with the other two being At Night I Possess Your Corpse, and on Tuesday I Have a Cheeseburger with You. I don't remember the other title.
No, At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul was 64. This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse was 67. I know that. I'm not looking at my internet. I know that from my brains.
So nearly 50 years later, he gets to do a sequel.
Awakening of the Beast was 1970.
Yeah. But it's not considered a sequel.
And I'm actually not looking at my shit because I'm not fucking Mike. I'm
you know what? I'm really glad you know one thing. You finally got to pull out that one piece of knowledge that you have.
All the Coffin Joe movies, like.
But isn't there like another one? Like, isn't there one that was made like The Exorcist of the Coffin Joe? Like, but these are not. But those are.
There's like about half a dozen movies.
Crazy, The Strange World of Coffin Joe. But the two night films.
That was a documentary.
The two night films in this film are incorporated around a trilogy of films. Can we? Because the way this film starts, it pretty much starts with a flashback from the end of the last film, and Coffin Joe comes back from serving in an institution for the whole time. It pretty much starts up his shit all over again, kidnapping and torturing women so they can sire his only heir to the throne, a male child. And
not heir to the throne, just the bloodline, his continued bloodline.
Well, he does have a throne, though. He's got this really badass throne.
Yeah, he does.
Looks like Skeletor made it.
Yeah. So, like we said, he pretty much gets out of an institution. He gets rehooked up with his loyal, underling who has two other guys that have been following all of Coffin Joe's stuff for the last 50 years while Joe's been sitting in jail. And they pretty much start up their silly bullshit by abducting, kidnapping, and torturing women to see if they can last. So maybe he can put the meat missile in them and they can give him a kid. What? Am I kidding? He cuts
eloquent.
He cuts off one's ass at one point. I mean, come on. Feeds it to her.
Was that a hallucination?
I thought it looked pretty real to me, but I guess it was a hallucination.
They showed it like
if it wasn't
30 seconds later.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, I didn't know if I was hallucinating with the.
I watched 14.
Because Mike thought eating ass went completely different.
Isn't that what all the kids are doing these days? Right.
Well,
like they're eating ass, and I picture that's how it is.
Some crazy shit.
Well, Steven, when you're an LDS Proud Boy, you have to learn how to eat ass somehow.
No. He said, no, that's fine. An apparent Nazi, but we'll just gotta go from there.
You're the Muslimest looking Nazi fucking Mormon I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, that hurts my feelings, man.
You can never get on a plane.
Oh man.
You just need one of those.
Don't have to. We can zap. We can zap and up to heaven and go straight to wherever we're going. See that's the difference between us and the Muslims.
Where's the sunset this morning? So like I said, he just kind of continues off on his stuff. An old priest from the first film and a colonel, a cop, kind of join teams. Join together to stop him at all costs. Which they don't do a really good job until the very end of the film. They're kind of not really. They're like, normally people are kind of like steps behind the killer. These guys are like months behind the killer because he's just doing shit like crazy. And they're just like, oh, where could he be? It's like, how about the guy in the cape with the long fingernail?
In this little town where there's no other dudes in capes that have like their evil crew. It's like, it was hard to find him for some reason. I don't
really tough. And it's a fun little film. I liked it a lot. I've seen the other two films. I haven't seen this film yet. And, it was kind of a nice, like a lot of those, like when they gave like Herschel Gordon Lewis, let him go back and direct when like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, that was pretty fun. Like when you let these old guys go back and direct, sometimes they fall apart like that. There's that Paul Naschy film that he was in where he plays an old retired.
Oh, that looked like crap too.
It
was filmed on a.
Yeah, Rigo Sanjero, I think it's called. Where I don't think he directed it, but he's the main actor in it. I like that film. Yeah, it looks a little wonky, but I like that film. But I don't know. I think this is.
If I had $10 million with like nothing better to do with it, I would get Coffin Joe and Jodorowsky together in the same room and say, make whatever fucking movie you want, and you're going to get something. I think it would end the drug war. Because whatever you get is going to be so fucked up.
Yeah. But
everybody just fucking watch that and forget about doing heroin and smack and whatever the kids do these days.
And he's 82 now, Marin.
Yes.
You know, he's 82. So he made this, 11 years ago? So he was in his 70s when he made that. And
Which really made the sex scenes that much more erotic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just happy that hot chicks that gross old dudes.
Like raining blood is so fucking amazing.
But I still think he still has that feeling going on through this film like he had in the other two. Like it feels just like, because those two films, those original films, are very punk rock. You know what I mean? They're very punk in their attitude, and this film feels the same way. It feels, even though he's, it's 50 years and he hasn't really done a film since the mid 80s. It doesn't feel like a guy who hasn't been making movies for the last 50 years. No,
it looks very slick.
Yeah, it looks
like it's made by somebody that's still in the fucking top of their game.
Yeah,
and it's I don't know, it's got a unique look to it, and plus like the psychedelic shit when he like ends up in purgatory. Yeah, I mean, he's still very.
Well, he had one of those
artistic.
every movie.
Yeah, he did that a lot, but but the thing is, he doesn't pull the old shit like he had in the old films. It's very kind of B movie, very kind of like reverse shots, all this stuff. And this film, it feels like he's actually been paying attention to what people have been doing in the genre for the last 10 years before he made the film, and incorporated like his own kind of style to it, which I think is cool.
Let me ask you guys one thing about this one. I'm now, granted, it's been a while since I've seen At Midnight and This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse, but so I don't remember. I know that he had this explaining voice where he would sit there and he'd be like, explain about the blood, and especially on the intro of the thing. But it seemed like this whole movie, he was basically one big monologue almost. Even when he was like talking to a subject, stuff like that, or he had this boisterous, like monologue-y type of voice. Yeah. And for some reason, like I said, I can't remember if it was in the old ones, but that to me was hilarious and awesome. Just because it's like, yeah, this is who I am. I'm a badass, and this is how I talk to people. I need to start talking to people like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would care.
I thought that's how you treated your underlings anyway.
Underlings?
Yeah, all the little kids that you teach in your Sunday school class.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, they let me teach children.
Yeah.
In Sunday school class. The impressionable minds. That's a good idea.
Do you talk to your children like that? You are my superior bloodline. I have spawned you to continue on the
assholes. I need you to stop whining right now, or I will. If there were a hell, I would send you there immediately.
I tell my kids that like daily.
Well, and we got to remember I feel like one of the best things about the whole trilogy is that this isn't a Satan versus like a Christian type of thing. This is his own deal. This is his beliefs, where it's like all that matters, regardless of if the only thing he's doing is rotting in the in the dirt, is that he will be eternal life to his bloodline. And it's like, I mean, I wonder how. I mean, will he be dead? Will he kind of have some kind of cognizant whatever? I don't know. I don't know what he believes, but it's a little bit different. It makes it a little bit, I don't know, more unique. And this started in 1964, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very existential and a bit nihilistic versus, good versus evil. It's nihilism versus, optimism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the good guys in this were so good. I mean, the cop shooting kids because they were rowdy out past.
There's no good guys.
Those guys were terrible.
Which I like about it. I even in the older films, I don't, if I remember correctly, the good guys weren't really all that good. They were just the guys to stop him from, pretty much wrecking all the women in town. It's like, wait, we can't let him do this. We have to.
Yeah,
stop
like he
him
finally knocks some chick up and she dies.
Yeah,
and that in the old one.
And that was the other thing in this movie that I thought was really cool. I don't know how much of it was like rotoscoped and how much of it was done with like black and gray body paint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the way they did because throughout the movie he has these flashbacks to his old victims.
Yeah.
And so everything's color except for whatever ghost is supposedly haunting him. And there's a whole thing about these gypsies cursing him and making all of his old victims come back and give him shit. But when they show up, they're in black and white, and it looks fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
And it almost looks, part of it looks like body paint in some of the shots, and then some of the shots it looks like it's rotoscoped and digitally decolorized.
Well, do you remember that the victim of his in this, where she was black and white, and then she was only a torso because she died with like what, tarantulas all over her body, whatever, and then they were coming out. I think that scene especially was, I don't know if it was that it's so unique or if it was just gross or what, but no, I thought they did a great job of that.
Yeah.
The grossest thing to me was the cockroaches. That I have a phobia anyway. And that was just fucking disgusting, where they've got these two big buckets full of cockroaches and are shoving these women's faces into buckets of cockroaches. And it was really sad because the one had probably the best tits in the movie. And it made me sad that I couldn't appreciate them because I was so grossed out by the fucking cockroaches. I had mixed emotions about my boner.
No. That's still good for you at your age, that you can still have those new feelings, and that too.
I can get a boner. Yeah, it's not as easy as it used to be.
Hello. Up your ass. How about that?
I need hot bitches in vats of cockroaches to get a boner now.
Gross. So yeah.
Says what's up your ass.
Yeah. Calvin Joe's gonna be up your ass later when you're sleeping.
I wonder if that'll give me a boner.
Yeah, probably. His big freaking curled fingernails right up your ass, digging in.
What is the deal with those?
Could you imagine getting a prostate exam from him?
Oh god.
He's always had those. I mean, is that some kind of symbol of evil, or is that just Coffin Joe?
Dude, it just looks creepy. Have you seen
Coffin Joe? Either that or he has a deviated septum and that's how he picks boogers.
Unpainted dude, when you have fingers like that and nails like that and they're all unpainted, it looks just gross. It's like,
it is. It was gross. I remember seeing pictures of him where they were a lot longer too. Like, I guess he was trying to, I don't know. Just, I mean, in the middle, I mean, it's been a while. But how do you even deal with life? Remember when I grabbed that girl's boobs at the end? I'm just like, you're scratching her face up while you're. That's unfortunate.
Now, was it just me, or did half the chicks like? This is what was confusing to me. Most of the chicks looked alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
And that confused me for a while. And which surprised me because it turns out this like won an editing award at the Sao Paulo Film Festival.
Yeah,
but dude, he's Coffin Joe in Brazil.
Yeah, he's the first. But the editing was the worst part of this. It was so fucking confusing sometimes.
I wasn't really confused. I mean, yes, the girls look kind of similar.
Because there were two especially that looked similar that I did get confused about. But there was kind of the lighter hair one that got the butt cheek cut off.
All right, and there was fine. Were there two different?
She was fine.
Yeah, she was fine. And here's the other thing: if they're in Brazil, what's with all the pubes?
All the pubes? That's a good question.
Yeah, I thought they've
been lying to us. Well, they're not in. Yeah, it is a Brazilian. I wouldn't know. I've let my pubes go for 42 straight years. They're like braided. I got Rasta pubes right now.
They're like attached to your beard,
like dreadlocks.
Exactly. Sometimes I can't run when I'm in my gym shorts because I'll step on it and it'll really hurt.
Gym shorts. That's gross. I don't want to see you in gym shorts. Fucking Jesus.
No, I'm taking pictures. I'm going to post them.
What the fuck? So what do you wear? What a black metal t-shirt and gym shorts? Oh, that's going to be a fucking fun to watch. That's got to be.
Oh, that's exactly what I go to the gym in.
That's going to be. Oh yeah, the gym. Is that what you call Sunday services? The gym? Because it's like 17 hours long.
Oh, you know what? They just cut it down to 2 hours actually this year, beginning this year. Yeah,
they changed their names. They cut down the service hours.
They didn't change the name. They're just like
he blasts his quads and talks about Jesus.
He's going.
Look at this.
He's going to an incel. He's going to an incel meeting on Tuesday. He's all set.
I'm running the incel meeting on Tuesday. Get off my ass on that one.
I will not put it past you. So many people.
Oh my gosh. It's a good thing we do this like not across the table from each other because.
Why? You're gonna look at me funny? That's what you do.
No, because I want to show you my pubes, and I don't want it to go over the. What are you doing?
I know.
It's the Flash. He ran past the camera.
Oh, it was too fast. I literally could not see who that was.
No, that's because he's the fucking Flash. Jesus.
Oh, you
get worse.
This whole video aspect adds a whole new dimension that listeners are not getting to.
Well, they'll see. Somebody will jump onto this YouTube page at some point and notice this and be like, "Oh, look, there's 3 fat guys."
Is that what they look like?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I can't even listen to them. They're so ugly.
So the thing is, I enjoyed this film. I've always enjoyed his films. It's sad that he hasn't done anything since this, because it made a lot of headway. You know, it did a lot of good. He did win some awards. It did kind of bring his name back into the horror genre. I mean, like I think around this time they reissued the first 2 films on DVD in certain and I know in the UK
they came in a coffin.
Yeah, they came in a coffin. They did that coffin set. I think they reissued them in the States, and then in the United Kingdom, a nice big set. So it's just like amazing that he didn't do anything, and maybe he just didn't want to. Maybe he just felt like, okay, that's it. I got to finish the trilogy. I'm good. You know, he didn't continue making films like Argento has made films over the last 20 years where you're like, oh god.
Yeah, and those haven't turned out great.
No, those have been complete stinkers.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I feel worse about the fact that I'm looking at his filmography, and I feel like these are the only 3. The Coffin Joe trilogy are the only 3 that I've actually watched. So it's like, I have some work to do.
I've seen like The Origin of Man, I think is what it's called.
Okay, I've seen the Exorcism. I've seen the Exorcism, Coffin Joe, and that documentary the other Coffin Joe documentary.
Yeah, I've seen the
Strange World.
Strange World. I've seen those. So I've seen 5 of his films, and he's done like maybe 50.
How are the other ones? I mean,
plus a lot of them were done
besides these 3.
What? Who?
Steven, it's my turn, son.
I'm sorry.
I'm asking how the other ones besides this trilogy.
Well, like
the
Exorcism of Coffin Joe is pretty fun. It's about he plays himself as a director who has to deal with the concepts of Coffin Joe in his real life. And it's it's cool. It's an interesting concept for made at the time period. It's actually it's a real kind of like a guy coming to terms with the character he created and kind of trying to go past it and trying to get over it. It's kind of like was it Cat in the Brain? You ever see that, the Fulci film?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He plays a director who's trying to he was getting fucked up from his extreme horror movies. It's the same kind of faction. It's a guy who's trying to deal with and kind of combat his feelings towards a character he's most well known by, and he's trying to, it's cool. Coffin Joe is in the film a lot, but it's just like that Strange World of Coffin Joe. Coffin Joe just pops up in that film, like, he's not in the whole damn thing. He comes in, it goes, Oh Jesus,
that's Jeffy.
Yeah, what?
Jeff.
Yeah, I see that he said something on the text, but Jeff, just hit the link. It's on the thing. Hit the link. He's not even.
Apparently, the internet unfroze up there.
Yeah. Oh no, he said if
when his computer freezes, it really freezes. But I'm bumping.
Yeah, he said if he would get on, it'd be on and off, kind of like when you're on Skype there, Mike. Kind of like when you're
one time,
or when you're on your girlfriend's Skype, Mike. You're on and off her.
Woof.
Because those Mexican women love to be on top.
Oh my gosh, this is great. It's like you're painting this picture of me. This,
yeah. Mike wants to build the wall. The bad part is that he
dumped her. Why do you think I want to build the wall? I never want to see that bitch again.
Your girlfriend must never want to listen to these shows, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, but anyway.
She only thinks you do one podcast. Yeah, that's why. She's like,
no. He does a podcast?
Nobody. Yeah, right. I was going to say about as many people find that one as they do this one.
Okay. So do we want to wait for him or no? Fuck it.
Well, we can keep talking while we figure out whether or not he's going to get his shit together.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about with this film?
Yeah, I do want to say though, I did really like it for one reason or another. I really enjoyed it. It had, he's crazy. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
I'm reenacting what you're saying.
It's just weird that I can see him. It's weird that I can see him because I get all like.
Were you juggling Mike's balls?
No, yeah, is that what's happening?
You like this?
No, I really.
Oh, like this.
Well, is this because I'm talking like this? Is that your problem?
Hey, you're fucking all over.
This is the worst because it's like this is why we never look at each other while we record.
Oh my god,
we get so distracted
Italian or something.
Anyway, no, but the thing is, I got to go back and I got to watch the trilogy. Well, wow,
yeah,
me? Yeah. No, Vaughn is. He's from New Jersey.
No, yeah, definitely, you should. Like,
he's like German or some Nazi shit.
No, so am I.
Yeah, we know.
Well, we know you're a fucking Nazi.
Wow.
Fucking Proud Boy. We know. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think.
Did you have a point there, Mike, before Vaughn started fondling your balls?
I actually
I'm just gonna say it makes me want to go back and check out the ones again. Cause it's been 10 years since I've seen either one of them. I think I'm gonna start there because I do have the box set. It's right up there. That I just want to do that and then check out some of these other ones. If they suck, I don't know. There's plenty to watch, but this kind of brought my excitement for Coffin Joe back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've never really my mind has never really left the idea of that because I always like those kind of Spanish iconic kind of characters like Paul Nash. I always think is just a great kind of actor director, even though 70 of his films are really good. That 30% of the ones we get and they're like, with Coffin Joe, it's always been really cool to kind of rewatch that stuff. Like I was actually while trying to find a copy of it to send to fucking Jeff, which I love looking up YouTube links for stuff because you always can find films on YouTube in the weirdest way,
through a Google search. That's fucked up.
Yeah, well,
man,
whatever.
I think he binged that shit.
So
Jeeves, and Jeeves was like, "Yeah, I got you back."
Alta Vista couldn't even find it.
But then I found on YouTube the second film, so I rewatched that today.
Gopher.
And I was like, "Oh, this was." I forgot how much I liked it. And I was like, "Oh, this works very well." And the way it ends, and the way the next film starts, and the fact that they use another actor for the beginning of this film to kind of just reenact that ending.
Yeah,
it's actually instead of actually using film footage from the film, they actually just redid it, which I thought was cool.
To be honest with you, I didn't even really notice that. I just assumed it was
him.
Yeah,
I know the guy looked pretty good. Pretty much like him. Those, well, like we said, all the women look the same. Spanish guys at a certain age, they all look the same.
Maybe it's a Brazilian thing.
Yeah, Brazilian guys at a certain age look the same. So I enjoyed it. Good job, Mike.
It was filmed in South America. Was anybody else disappointed there weren't more females?
What? Why?
No.
Lady boys? Why the hell do you want that?
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of them are from Brazil.
This isn't a 70s. This isn't a 70s.
If we hadn't seen every bush that was on every woman in this, I would have said, "How do we know?" But we did.
Yeah. Now you're digging deep into Mike's territory of what he watches after his girlfriend goes home. God.
Goes to bed.
Those secrets.
She got mad at me because she fell asleep when I started watching.
Yeah, come on.
Stripped to Kill. She woke up while I was watching Stripped to Kill, and she got all pissed off. That was Saturday night.
Because you were whacking it.
Sucked.
Yeah, because you were.
I wasn't whacking it. I was just enjoying myself. I was like,
he was like, "Oh, they're getting beat. Oh, I love it. Let's watch this." And she's like, "What are you watching?" It's like, "Oh, nothing. You can take your anger out on me in the morning. Just go back to bed." Honey.
Watching Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
it's a new game.
Yeah. I'm watching Steve Bannon. That's what I'm doing.
Jimmy got a little more edgy.
Oh, really? Shocker. He's got to get to that young incel demographic. He's going to get there. Those guys, those non-having sex. What's with you
and like talking about all these dudes who can't have sex? Is that like something that you're trying to get your claws into?
Why are you defending them there, Mike? Huh?
Well, how sad are they? They're not having any sex.
Mike, why are you defending them, huh, Mike? Because you are one, Mike. Is that why? Is that why you're defending them? Because you are one.
I'm not a male feminist.
You sure look like one.
Really? Is that how I look?
Yeah, you look like
why is your camera at like a 90-degree angle? Because you're pointing at Mike, but yet it's completely the wrong direction. Like,
I didn't want to look at Mike because I'm getting all like, because with his hands flying all over the place. I just want to do it some more like this. See, like
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm deliberately sitting this way, so he can't eat, so I can't get distracted.
Is your ADHD that bad? Really?
Yeah, it is.
I feel
like I'm playing catch when he starts moving his hands around. Like, oh,
that's because his daddy never played catch with him when he was a kid. So he's like, "Is he gonna play?" Oh no,
he plays catch now up the ass. He's
great.
the catcher.
We're the funniest dudes.
Catcher.
Yeah, no wonder only like 3 people listen to this.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only show with more hosts than listeners.
Before we end everything, I have to give it out to talk about hosts. Our buddy Tim is having some family issues right now, and I have to give it out to him. Put it out there that just if you know the guy, give him a heads up and say, you're thinking about him because there's a lot of things going on.
Well, the first thing, if you know the guy, we all apologize. But second, he deserves your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Is that the least you can do? I mean, if you could get his PayPal account and send him some cash, that'd be more help. Or at least if you can send him some kind of like, other things, beer.
Send him an e-card because those are the most touching to the heart.
Send him a jib jab link. Yeah, he'll love it.
Don't send him a jib.
Yeah, send him a jib jab. Make his day.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, our thoughts are with him and his family. Got a
rough
deal going on. As much as we bullshit each other, we're all brothers, and we love the fucker, and hope everything works out for the best.
I'm surprised you didn't say we love the fucker up his ass.
I thought about it, but then I thought, no, let's be sincere for a whole 12 seconds on this show.
Do you know what would happen if Tim saw us being sincere for 1 second? That would freak him the fuck out, and he'd never be able to look us in the eye again. Now that we're doing video stuff, that's a problem.
Hopefully, I'd never have to look at him ever again anyway.
Well, you two live the closest. That's the most likely scenario.
And that's the thing, Matt. And this is bullshit because I was going to go up and see him here in about 2 weeks. No. And now we got this whole other thing.
He's got issues that he can't see you. Oh man.
No, I'm talking about my issues. I'm canceling my trip to Cincy.
Oh no, you just bought a house though, so that's better.
Yeah, well, we're working on it. So
yeah, you just ruined it. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Mike.
It's okay.
And ruin it, Mike.
It's okay. Ruin it. If we don't get it, then I'm going to feel like
Steven to be happy.
You're a scumbag, you fuck.
But yeah, I can't wait to get started on JFMP Studios.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Nice.
I can't.
Well, where are you in right now?
Return of that, and
I'm in the bedroom.
He needs a room to himself, sir, with a bed for himself, sir.
Yeah, it's got like a detached garage with the guy built a room above the garage.
Oh,
so
cool.
Lisa gave it to me, so that's going to be go soundproof the fucker.
He can put all his.
I took it away. I was a man, and I stood my ground and took it.
He can put all his robot legs in that
just
room.
Doesn't want to see me ever again. So,
duh.
They're going to let me in there and lock the door.
She was very insistent. What you're saying?
Duh. All right. Well, you think we can wrap it up? Or are we good?
I'm fine. Whatever.
Well, I didn't know you lost the last episode because we spent half plugging my book, so I'm going to do that for 20 minutes.
Well, you can plug your book all the way.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Dingus, I didn't lose it. It's somewhere on the computer.
So anyway, he lost it.
No, I didn't lose it. It'd probably be the best show we ever done.
Do you know where it is? Oh, yeah, it's the best show ever because Mike's not on it.
It's in a folder where all the names for them are like all the same date, but they're not. It's not
what
the
movie was it?
Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D 2 Bloodlust.
Oh yeah,
that's why Mike faked the fucking technical.
Where you were like this. Hello. 10 minutes later. Hello.
It was better than why the shit did you make me watch cartoons? It was better than that the whole time.
Grow up.
Grow up. I need to grow up because I don't watch cartoons. That's whatever.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Grow up, Grandma. All right. So, do we have anything else? What? Any other business? What? Any other business?
Yeah, I want you to explain to me the grow up grandma thing.
You look like my grandmother near her death. Grow up. Thank you.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
She had his beard.
That was very dramatic the way you turned to the camera to deliver that line.
Oh my God.
I felt like we were in the room with you. The first time you've looked at us in the past half hour, he looks at us, points at the camera, and Mike looks like my dying grandmother. That was a horrible fucking line.
Well, he does. My grandmother had.
I mean, your grandmother was that fucking hairy.
No, she had that much of a beard when she passed away. Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah. No, I don't know. She was. If she did, it was all like that white hair. You know, that skin color hair.
You can feel it while you were French kissing her.
You know, when I was deep dicking her. You know, I got my tongue deep in her asshole.
Wow.
Well, what? We gone too far?
Oh my God. And here I was like holding off on the anal grandmother joke just out of respect.
Who has grandmother jokes lined up to say and has to hold himself back? That's the question.
Yeah, well,
my mind is like just constant censorship. It's just sad. And then Vaughn's like, I tugged my grandmother up the ass. That's why I couldn't tell what her beard was like, because I was busy fucking tonguing her hairy ass.
Yeah.
How hairy was her ass?
So hairy. It was like Mike. It looked like Mike's asshole. It looked like Mike on a Tuesday after a sweaty day at the gym. All right, I think we can wrap this up.
She sounds like a lovely woman, and may God rest her soul.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Douchecast, motionpicturemaster@gmail.com. If you want to suggest
a bastard, what?
If you want to suggest a film, email me at motionpicturemaster@gmail.com. It would be lovely. The last one we got requested still hasn't gone up yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Did somebody request the Vampire D's?
Vampire Hunter D, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Maybe you paid attention for once in your life. You know.
He wasn't on that episode.
He was on that episode. He's just there for 5 seconds every 2 hours.
Oh no, he was on the episode when we said, "Hey, we got a listener request for Vampire Hunter D." Is Israel Smith?
He's useless.
And then Mike was like, "I'm not gonna watch it because I hate Jews."
Yep, that's pretty much what he does.
You hate Jews and Spicks.
Orange juice, apple juice. I love it all.
What? Who's the juice? All right, I'm done. Goodbye.
Ass juice.